Check, check. All right, good morning, everyone. Let's talk about our winter weather headed our way. Now, most of this is just going to be very cold temperatures, and a little bit of this forecast, yes, does include the potential for some wintry precipitation. So it is a beautiful day across Austin today, and we are actually going to see pretty mild conditions as we head into the rest of our Thursday here, as well as our Friday. Let's take a look outside really quickly because it is just such a gorgeous day out there. We've got some high clouds, so a mix of sun and clouds can technically be said for today. Not going to see any low-level clouds or anything like that, but certainly looks like a lovely day across Austin at the current moment. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. That's where we will start things off and kind of start to dissect that here. So today, tomorrow, again, very nice conditions, partly cloudy skies, maybe a little bit more cloudy for tomorrow. Highs in the mid to upper 60s. That's certainly great for, a January afternoon as we head towards mid-January here. Now, Saturday, you'll see that cold front kind of on the other side of Saturday. Technically, that cold front will be moving throughout Saturday. So yes, our temperatures are going to drop a little bit for Saturday afternoon, only to about 60 degrees. It's not really until Sunday that we're going to feel the more significant drop in temperatures. And actually, if you switch things around a little bit for our Sunday, because that cold front is shifting on through, actually that 42 degrees is going to occur in the morning, and then temperatures are going to drop throughout the afternoon. So they'll probably be pretty stagnant in the 40s for the morning hours, maybe top out at like 38 degrees or something like that for the afternoon, and then fall from there, and they'll just continue to keep going down because of course that Arctic air is going to be sinking into our region. That gives us low temperatures in the 20s and maybe even the teens, yes, the teens, for Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and Wednesday morning. So all those mornings we're going to have to watch for the potential of maybe some precipitation in our area. And of course, when temperatures are below or at freezing, we need to watch for potential for wintry precipitation. So let's take a look at what we currently have for our winter weather models. Now, this is what we show on air just to kind of give you guys an idea of what we look at when we're making a forecast. Obviously, there are other forecast models to look at, but these are the two major global weather models that pretty much everyone uses across the globe. They have, the most dynamics and kind of, those long math equations associated with them. They have the most input from all places across the earth, the United States. So these are what we use, the European as well as the GFS. There's also a Canadian model. So the GFS is actually the American model. We just call it the global forecasting system. That's technically what GFS stands for. All right, so into Monday night and Tuesday. Now, we do have a good handle on the timeline for this event. It's going to be starting Monday evening, going through probably Tuesday morning, or at least the first half of Tuesday. So pretty set on that. And, timing has been pretty consistent with these two models for the past few days on that. So I think we can kind of lock that in for at least the moment. However, we cannot lock in the potential for precipitation or even the type of precipitation. So you'll see that the European model is certainly more aggressive than the American model over there. The American model puts us with just some showers and light showers at that for South Texas, not even Central Texas. Central Texas is pretty much all cut out of any precipitation chance at all as we head towards next week. You can see that right there, that most of us are dry. However, Austin does stay dry on the hill countryside for the European model as well. So what we are tracking is going to be a low, well, technically it's not going to be a closed low pressure system. It's just going to be a disturbance that kind of bubbles up from the Gulf, and depending on which way it travels will, give way to either some wintry precipitation for our forecast or just kind of leave us dry if it heads off towards the east there. So I'll actually show you what I'm talking about a little more. We'll just use the European model as an example for this. Of course, there's other scenarios where other things could happen, but I'll just pull up the Euro just to kind of hone in what we're talking about here. So shifting all the way into Monday. Here's going to be Monday morning. So Monday morning, that's when we start to watch the Gulf of Mexico for the potential of this disturbance. Again, if it was a closed low pressure system, that's where all the moisture kind of goes around it in a counterclockwise movement, but this is just going to be one little disturbance moisture that kind of either heads up towards the coastline, maybe a little bit more vertical there, or it could go all the way horizontal and just gonna miss us completely. So a little bit interesting. That's the kind of thing we track, you know, when we're tracking hurricanes or something like that. We want to know where the center of that low pressure system is going to go. Technically, it's not going to be closed, so it's just going to be kind of a big swath of moisture that we're tracking, and where it goes, you know, will affect our forecast, of course. So as we head into, this is Monday morning, and then continuing on into Monday afternoon and evening, 6 p.m. you see here, we have that chance for snow. So we'll have some very cold temperatures that will already be in our area. And then, of course, with the lift up of precipitation, of course, some of that precipitation will become snowfall or freezing rain or sleet or something like that along those lines. It will be kind of a hour by hour forecast, and we'll have to track exactly where those temperatures are. But I do think because our low temperatures are going to be so cold, this isn't going to be like last week where it's like 1 degree difference that we're watching all day. I think we will certainly see potential for snow maybe in the morning hours if this is exactly what happens. But of course, things could change. Again, our GFS model is completely dry. So if we do see those morning temperatures in the 20s, of course, we will see some snowfall. Of course, it may not stick to the ground. But yeah, we'll be tracking this area of moisture as it kind of shifts up towards Corpus Christi, maybe over towards Houston, or if it kind of heads right up towards Austin, or it could just go all the way to the east and affect more of the Mississippi Valley there. So heading into overnight hours for our Monday, so early into Tuesday, you'll see that the European model already has this kind of moving out of the area and shifting off to the east, giving Louisiana and areas like Mobile and Alabama and southern Mississippi there some chances for some wintry precipitation. This forecast could be interesting for South Texas too, just because they are expected maybe to see some snow showers or maybe even some freezing precipitation. That's pretty rare for that area. You know, the combination of this precipitation as well as the cold temperatures is really kind of an interesting mix, at least for this forecast. Let's go over to the GFS model. It actually may have another update ready, which would give us some better, maybe some more confidence in our forecasts. It's got to load up really quick. All right, so as we head into late Sunday, all right, let's head into early Monday. This is about 10 a.m. You'll see that we do have very small, much smaller chances for some precipitation down towards the Gulf of Mexico. You know, compared to the European model was so much broader for that precipitation. Here we really got nothing, and you can tell that as we head into the rest of our Monday, shifting into the evening there, it takes us until even midnight to see that sort of inch into southern Texas there. So also, this is also giving off rain, so the GFS model must be trending much warmer than the European model is. So again, that does make it into portions of central Texas. And this is the new update. So this does, you know, put the moisture in central Texas. It's just not the right kind of moisture. It's not the snow or the light snow that anyone would want. It's more so just rain, because maybe by then our temperatures will just be too warm or at least above freezing. Areas towards Dallas, because we're going to get so much cold weather up towards the north end of the state, it's possible that areas are still around freezing or below freezing at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. And then as we head towards Wednesday, here's where there's a lot of difference between the GFS as well as the European. So you'll see that on Wednesday, we only have a 20% chance of rainfall. That's because the European model completely dries us out for Wednesday, but then obviously we're looking at this other model, the American. It's just way too far out to tell, because this has the exact opposite. We're still dealing with rain, and even potentially significant rain, all across central Texas, South Texas, and even stretching up towards Oklahoma there. So way different on the models. So Still, there just isn't a ton of consensus for the current moment. I mean, technically, we're still about 5 to 6 days out from this event, so not much to worry about. Again, what we can focus on for this forecast is that cold weather. We've known about the cold weather for a lot of time here. So here's kind of a look at our confidence for next week. Again, this is mostly going to be like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday we'll also have those cold temperatures on tap. So we can say for sure that temperatures are going to be well below freezing. Again, overnight temperatures in the 20s, wind chills in the teens, and I do think we may see actual temperatures in the teens for areas like the hill country out there. So the hard freeze, that just in meteorology terms means 28 degrees or below. That's going to be area wide. We have very high confidence that that is going to happen through early next week. As for the wintry precipitation and the type of precipitation that moves towards us, again, that is just in the low category for the moment, because even as we head into the end of the week here, our models are, completely different. They're really not linking up. So as we head through the weekend, I do think that is going to change. Usually when we're like 4 to 3 days out, that's usually when things start to link up a little bit and we get some better confidence, at least at what it looks like for where that low pressure system will go, as well as the type of precipitation we're going to see. But right now, because we see the differences in the snowfall aspect and just the regular rain aspect, I just don't think we can really hone in on any real details. So just expect that cold weather, and we have a couple days already of mild weather for today and tomorrow to take those cold weather preps. The 4 Ps, people, plants, pets, and pipes. Protect all of those things across your property. Make sure you're just checking in on maybe your grandparents or your relatives and make them sure that there's going to be a shift in the weather pattern for next week. And again, most of that is going to be due to very cold temperatures. Not all of that is going to be due to precipitation, because we just don't know about the precipitation just yet. So let's look more so at the temperatures now, and then I'll go back over the 7-day forecast and I can let you guys get ready for midday. The time now 9:48 this morning. So here is our cold front. That's going to be on Saturday. On Saturday morning is when it kind of shifts through our region. Now, our temperatures aren't going to take a huge tumble on Saturday. It's going to take a little bit for some of this Arctic air to really sink into central and even South Texas. So 8 a.m. on Saturday, we got 26 degrees in Amarillo. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw some 20s in Lubbock when the time does come. But temperatures will start off in the 40s actually for Saturday morning, and then through Saturday afternoon, around 3:34, you can see temperatures be maybe just below 60 degrees. Should be a pretty nice day, but again, as that cold front kind of shifts through the area, we're going to get that kind of boost of northwesterly winds. So pretty breezy conditions expected for Saturday and Sunday as well, along with the cool down that's going to be going on. So let's shift into the night, overnight. Again, we'll start off those temperatures very, very early on Sunday, overnight on Sunday. Going to maintain the 40s there. And then let's shift into Sunday afternoon. We'll get some sunshine around. But you can see even by 3:30, those temperatures remaining very stagnant. I don't think they're going to rise above around 40s or less than that for Sunday afternoon. So I think I'm going about 38 degrees for Sunday afternoon, and then we continue to fall down from there. So late Sunday night, temperatures just plummet, getting down towards that freezing level very, very quickly. And then when we wake up on Monday, you've got 27 for the Austin Metro, and you also have the teens for Amarillo and Lubbock, and a lot of times we do get those cooler spots out in the hill country as well. So I would reckon to say that we may be seeing 19 degrees also out in the hill country by Monday morning. Again, you see those kind of breezy winds coming from the north and east there. Our actual wind chills are going to take whatever temperature is is there, probably down another 10 to 15 degrees. So feels like temperatures will feel much colder on Monday and Tuesday than they actually are. And this is why we just need to be taking those cold weather preps across the area. Now this is going to affect so many people across the United States. We do have one graphic here that actually shows where the Arctic air, our Arctic air tracker, yes, that's the one, where this actually goes and all the people that it affects across the United States. So look at that. Here's a look at Sunday, very early on Sunday. By Sunday afternoon, you'll see it's affecting a good portion of people. You know, this is when temperatures really start to change in central Texas. You can see most of that Arctic air is above us for the moment, and then shifting into Monday morning, it's affecting North Texas, the Texas Panhandle, even shifting to Austin here, but that's not even the end of it. Let's shift into Tuesday morning around 6 a.m. You can see Arctic air is pretty much covering all of Texas, with exception to the coastline and South Texas as well. I think I can go even further. Let's go into our Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning looks like it'll be just a little bit better. Probably temperature still in the mid to upper 20s, but of course that's still below freezing. So again, timeline for this. Timeline for the cold weather is going to be from Sunday to Wednesday. Sunday, drop down, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This whole chunk is going to be cold weather for sure. Now, these 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, is going to be the potential for the precipitation. So let's go back over the 7-day, and then I'll let you guys go around 10 a.m. here. So different timelines for different things. The cold weather settles in for Sunday, extending into Wednesday even. So after this cold front moves through that second half of the 7-day forecast, certainly cold weather can be expected. Low temperatures, overnight temperatures in the 20s, and of course high temperatures in the afternoon. We got to watch for Monday and Tuesday as they may not rise enough above freezing. And you also have to think about the upper atmosphere too. The upper atmosphere is certainly going to be below freezing, so some of the snowflakes are certainly possible, but as they hit the ground, they just might melt. So wintry precipitation late Monday into Tuesday is a possibility. Again, we're not honing in on any totals or anything like that until our models start to come together and we can really have higher confidence in those details for you guys. So can't say much on the wintry mix, but it's possible we could see snow. We could see the potential for freezing rain, or maybe a mix of the two, some sleet out there. Again, late Monday night into our Tuesday, but we just can't say totals or really specific details for right now, just because those models are just not quite, linking up there. It's very low confidence. The high confidence, the only high confidence that we have for this forecast is those very chilly temperatures. Again, that's coming in on Sunday and exiting after Wednesday. We'll start to warm up as we head towards the end of next week. They won't be above average temperatures, but they'll be enough above average and there'll be some sunshine around, so that will certainly help us out. All right, join us for midday at 11 a.m. Me and Hannah Rucker will be here.